So a quick update on the Dyna-Glow smoker. I've had this thing for, I don't know, several months, a year almost now, and have ran quite a bit of stuff through it. Turkeys, brisket, chicken, steak, hamburgers, whatever you can think of. It needs to be cleaned out right now because I just did a brisket. Wow, I still feel a little bit of heat coming out of there. Anyway, my thoughts on it. I love it. Main thing I've noticed is that it keeps the temperature really well. It typically stays here and slightly hotter too. So it goes from, what is that, 200 to 300, and you have to really watch it to keep it cool enough. Apparently a couple of my controversial statements, which I didn't think there were at the time, was one, putting this on to seal it, to keep the smoke and heat in, as well as this thing holds heat. That may not be needed for this thing. And then also I mentioned that this is a smoker. It's not billed as a smoker and grill. However, I have used this to grill, like I said before, steaks and hamburgers on. I use the Bottomless Grate right here, rack, or sometimes, you know, if it's burgers or whatever, I take the smoke box completely out and just lay one of those down on top of that, which gets it pretty close to the fire. And with that, you can grill. So again, while it's not really targeted to be a grill, it can be used in a pinch that way. Now, if you're wanting something to primarily grill with, this might not be your best solution, but if you like to smoke and sometimes grill, this is a really good solution. Or even if it's I don't know, even if you do a significant amount of grilling, but you still like to smoke meats as well, then this is a really good item. Now, another thing, I typically used to use one of these, the chimneys, to start the fire with. And one of the issues with using the chimney with this is you can't really, again, I just finished a brisket in here, so there's a lot of stuff. It needs to be cleaned. Anyway, so one of the problems with using the chimney with this is simply when you pull this out far enough to get the briquettes poured in there, it tends to want to fall out, and that's a problem when you're on a wooden deck or have grass underneath it. So typically what I do to actually start the fire, I don't like using lighter fluid, so I will put paper in this tray right here, in the ashtray, newspaper, you know, whatever I happen to have around. Paper sacks are starting to be common again at grocery stores, so use that. Stuff that full, slide it, load in the charcoal, light the paper, and usually that will get it started. If not, well, there's always the backup plan of propane. I've used my propane torch a few times just directly on the briquettes to get them started, because again, I don't like the lighter fluid. I don't like that taste. I know you can let it burn off, blah blah blah, but it just doesn't turn out the same. So anyway, man, no regrets at all on purchasing this Dyna-Glow smoker. It's held up well. I've used it a ton, as you can tell. I probably need to clean it a little bit, but oh, and a cover would be good too. I unfortunately did not get a cover for this yet, and I definitely need to get that done. So anyway, oh, one other thing I did is I had a pizza stone, a stone you make pizzas with, and I went ahead and put it underneath there since I'm on a wooden deck to help prevent coals from dripping down onto the wood deck. And I'll probably add I have some concrete blocks from when I had my shed brought in left over, so I'll probably line this up with some concrete blocks, so if anything does drop out, it won't start a fire. So anyway, there's my thoughts on the Dyna-Glow smoker. I love it. I highly recommend it. It's great for, well, amateur use. I don't know if it'd be considered a pro level model, but it works pretty darn good. So thank you for watching.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please select like down there and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, well, subscribe to the channel, maybe you like the next one. Thank you for watching.